So when we moved to Prairie Village and my first sister Shelley was born, there's some funny stories about me and Shelley right there off the bat. Of course, I don't remember these. The only reason why I remember them is because they've been told so many times. But I don't feel like I actually remember them.
I definitely remember them.
Yeah, I know you do. I think I was the only kid for so long that when Shelley came along, I thought maybe she was getting too much attention or something.
I think that might have been the case. But the biggest one was when I was at work one day and your mother called and she was bawling like mad. And she said, when I tell you what happened, you're going to laugh at me. And I told her, I said, honey, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. And in those days, if you remember, the real favorite thing was to have for the girls to have a great big curl up on top. They're right, just like that. And they have a big curl. And then the rest of their hair it's pretty on the sides and stuff like that. And she had real pretty hair and she had long, big curl up there and everything else. And so your mom said she was still crying away, and so I told her, I said, no, I will not laugh, and I promise you. And then she said, well, Fred took the scissors and cut that curl off of her head. And then I couldn't hold it back anymore, and I did laugh. And then she got upset. So I said, well, put him on the phone. And she put you on the phone, and I said, what did you cut that off for? And you didn't say anything. And I said, all right, boy. I said, I'm going to tell you right now, when I get home, I'm going to shave your head bald. And so
logical parenting, right?
So anyway, I ended up coming home that night, and Mom was at the front door dying laughing, and she said, Fred's already in bed asleep.
Like at 5 o'clock at night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and before dinner even. and I said, is he asleep? And she said, no, not really. And so I walked in there in that bedroom and I said, look down there at you. And what you had done is you'd went and got the scissors and you clipped off a whole bunch of your hair up here in front. And I just couldn't.
So I was trying to punish myself in order to gain mercy from my dad.
Yeah. And so I just turned around and walked out, and Mom was dying laughing. We were sitting there. I said, what happened? She said, well, you saw what he did. I said, yeah. I said he cut his hair in about 3 spots up here and everything else. But I said, when I saw Shelley, it was horrible. I mean, it was, she had hair on this side and it looked like a reverse mohawk. It was just shaved almost right back all the way back here. And she took her to a hairdresser, and the hairdresser looked at her and started laughing. She said, all I can do is just trim it up on the sides a little bit. And she said, I'll just have to grow back in. And that, bless her heart, it took her, all that time.
Was that a natural curl?
No. In those days they had a big curler. It was a big curl, but probably big around.
There's a picture of it. You still have a picture of that big curl.
Yeah. Well, Mom does. I don't know where the picture.
It was on the wall for a while. I remember.
Yeah. Well, we wanted you to see that.
Oh man, I love you, Shelley. The other funny one about my sisters is that Jenny's born, and I always wanted a brother. So, Shelley's born and it's a girl, and all of a sudden Mom's pregnant again. And I'm thinking, I hope I get a brother, and then it's the girl, Jenny's born, and then I get she's pregnant again. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to finally get a brother. And then Melanie's born, and I don't think I even wanted to admit I had another
No,
sister.
you
at that
would
point.
not admit it.
I wouldn't acknowledge Mellie's existence.
We actually made him admit that he had to tell people that, they say, well, what'd you have? And I'd say, well, you got to ask him. And then I would make him say that it was what you had to do.